It's a veteran reporter.
That's right. Yeah, I heard enough.
Let's not ask the same question 4 different times.
Yeah.
All right.
Mike, you guys were picked preseason 6th in the West. I mean, did you think this kind of season, this amount of success, that you guys were capable of this year?
The answer is yes, but I've said it before, and I mean it. You know, you got to put it in perspective. You know, it's nobody's fault. You know, it's not a revenge thing. It's I think the baseball preseason polls, unlike football, and basketball, just the media. I think the coaches, everybody knows a lot less about who you are to start the season, and I don't think it's anybody's fault. It is what it is, and but, you know, we like this team, and you know the same reason that we like this team now is why we liked this team at the beginning, and we thought it was a great mix of older and younger guys, especially the older guys, especially guys that have been in the program, guys like Anderson and Orvis and Allen and Bosfield, Jameson, you know, those guys, Overby, those guys have, maybe they haven't been All-Americans, but they've had success in our league. They're older guys, and usually those guys play well. It was a really good recruiting class. It was ranked as high as 5th in the country. And we thought those guys would contribute. And when you look even, you know, the last week of the season, there's a lineup that's got, you know, 3 freshmen starting in it. And then the pitching staff. And I think that was maybe the biggest question mark for everybody. But we knew how good Chris Ellis could be and was. And and of course, Christian Trent had the best fall of anybody. And when we knew, you know, we had other options in the bullpen and guys like Greenwood and Massey and Weathersby, Laxer. So I don't think it's a surprise to us, but again, I don't know if it necessarily was a surprise to be, you know, picked lower, you know, than we would want to be.
Talking about your bullpen, it seems like there's more guys at this point in the season in the last couple of years that you count on and that you trust in.
Yeah, I think it's a good point, and one of the things that we talked about at the beginning of the year was the pitching depth, and when you look at you know, not just, you know, guys like, you know, Greenwood or Laxer or Short, but you know, guys like Massey and Weathersby and other guys that have stepped up and given us some more options. You know, some, you know, not just the hot guy, but you know, some righty lefty matchups, some guys that can pitch more than an inning, and so you know, certainly in the last 4 weeks, I think that's been helpful. It seems like every weekend, you know, you hear about a Massey that shut down Kentucky, or a Weathersby on game 2, and of course Greenwood being healthy, I think helps a lot.
How's Evan done these last 5 weeks?
Say it again?
How's Evan done the last 5 weeks? Midweek starter and kind of growing into.
He's been terrific, and really, you know, you wish that it would have happened a little sooner, but part of that was because before Greenwood got hurt, we were using Massey in that role, and he was having a lot of success, and so, you know, it probably made, you know, Evans, you know, progress a little more stagnant than you would have liked it, you know, a freshman and somebody as talented as him. But when you look over the last 2 or 3 times that he's pitched, he's done well, and certainly I thought he was terrific at Arkansas State.
How long do you think he can go at this point?
I'm not sure. You know, you can get past the 5th, though. I mean, certainly pitching well, and you know, if he was to start one of these games, I mean, you know, you certainly, he's not likely. If he goes as far as he can go, not likely to pitch again in the tournament. So there's a good chance. I mean, he could go upwards to 100 pitches if he pitches well enough.
In your experience, how much has Hoover had an impact on national seeding?
Oh, wow, I don't know that. You know, it's another way to ask the question, Parrish. I don't know that. You know, one of the things that I certainly think there's a chance to help you. You know, and so when you look at this, I think you look at it more as opportunities. I think we've played really well through 56 games, and about as well as I think we could, and you know, especially the last 4 weeks, and you know, put ourselves in a terrific position. But you know, the more that you win, it's another week against really good competition that's on the national scene. I'd hate to think this week means more than any other week. I don't think that's fair to anybody. But certainly, you know, I think with the more success that you have there, it certainly helps you.
Mike, when you guys recruit, how much do y'all sell atmosphere and Swayze Field? And along those lines, how important is it to have a regional back here? Looks like you will.
Well, it's 2 different questions, but the first question is a lot. And, unfortunately, the way baseball recruiting is set up, not a lot of, very few of the visits come in the springtime because those kids are playing and it's hard, usually they're playing on the weekends. It's hard to get them here. And so a lot of those decisions, unfortunately, by the recruits are made before they actually see a live game. But because of media, because of video and YouTube and all these other
And my blog.
and your blog, of course, is a ways and opportunities, I think, for recruits to see the atmosphere. And I think it's been a great recruiting tool for us as far as playing home for a regional, not just for us, but I think for everybody. I think that it's a little over 70% chance of moving on to the next round, and so certainly I think everybody wants to be at home. Everybody feels more comfortable. Kids are sleeping in their own beds. I think it's a huge plus. Of course, it rewards the fans. The great fans, and almost 8,000 every on average that come to a baseball game here, and surely be higher in the regional. And then certainly I think that atmosphere for postseason would be a big thing for us.